say.
Wale.
Let me tell you about this girl, maybe I should. I met her in Philly, and her name was Brasha. See, we been making love constantly, that's why my eyes are a shade blood burning. The way that we kiss is unlike any other way that I be kissing when I'm kissing. What I'm missing, won't you listen? Brown sugar, babe, I get high off your love, I don't know how to be. When you're close to me, you love me right down to my knees. And whenever you let me hit it, sweet like honey when it comes to me. Skin is caramel with the cocoa eyes. Even got a big sister by the name of Chocolate. Brown sugar, babe, I get high off of love, don't know how to behave. How the story goes, brown sugar got me open. Now I want some more. Always down for all my nauseous try, but I think I'm here to go. All my niggas don't.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome if you're new. I'm Malcolm, and here we go over all things holistic wellness, plant-based eats, and overall just want to lend a bit of inspiration as to how we can live just a little bit better in any way that we can. If that's your vibe at all, hit that subscribe button below, leave a like on the video, tap in with the tribe, leave a comment, and if you're looking for more stuff from me, I have short form platforms as well. But today we're starting the day here outside. It's a beautiful day today. It's always nice to just come and like connect with nature, get out of the house a bit, and even if you're not doing anything major, even if you're just chilling, if you're just having like a solo picnic, if you're reading, if you're journaling, being outside could just be so refreshing in ways that you might not even give credit for. And this is the way I wanted to start my weekend. Been in the house a lot this week. It's been gloomy. It's been kind of raining out here for a little bit, so to come out here and enjoy a nice day on the weekend, I think it's just a perfect way to get things started. And this is a little bit of what wellness means to me overall. We're definitely gonna get into more later in the video. But one of the first aspects of wellness, at least to me, means that you make time for yourself. You treat yourself, put yourself in the best environment to thrive and succeed. But not only do all of that, but just to feel good, even if it's unplugging for a bit, even if it's just decompressing, which we all could use a bit more dedicated time towards in the world that we live in. We're so wired to just go, go, go. There's so much information, so much stimulation. Taking dedicated time to just be a bit mindless, to be a bit peaceful, that can really go a long way over the long haul. I hear people talk all the time about wanting to start a different wellness routine or wanting to pick up a new way of eating, and they just get so overstimulated with all the things they think they have to do, and it has to be some big gestures, has to be some huge overhaul, and that really doesn't have to be the case. The most sustainable and effective health practices are the simple ones. Taking time in nature, prioritizing your self-care, resting, eating well. So all that to say, it doesn't take much. I mean, I'm out here on a beautiful day. I have my smoothie, I have my book, I have my journal, and we just came out for like a little decompression session, and that's where we got our day started. Keeping up with those same themes, rest of the day, I'm gonna get into a bit of errands, take care of the things I know I need to take care of. That's an aspect of wellness as well. Just handling your responsibilities, doing what you know you need to so that you can do what you want to do. And today, for me, that means going to the grocery store, getting a few things for some other recipes that I'm developing, and I also have to eat today, so there's that. But I'm gonna do all that now, and I'll catch up with you guys back at the house.
From the bottom of my heart.
And with that, our one meal of the day is done. Got my coconut water in hand. Focus on rehydration now. And now I thought it would be a good time to chat more with you all about what I was talking about before and about what wellness means to me, developing one's wellness philosophy. Because I get so many questions and inquiries about why I do the things that I do, how I'm able to do it. And I think for anybody to get started on any kind of journey, no matter what area in life you're talking about, it's got to come down to why you want to do it and what it actually means to you. And for me, and I don't know if I necessarily saw this at the beginning, but as I've gone on and I can look back now in hindsight, I could say that wellness and taking care of myself, taking dominion over how I want to feel and what I want to experience in itself was an act of rebellion because the systems and structures out there don't necessarily set us up for success in that way. I mean, you look at our food culture, you look at our work culture, look at our digital culture, all these things are so much information, so much input, and they all orient us externally, meaning that we're looking outside for the validation, the security, the stability, sometimes looking for what to even think or feel about things. And at a time when I was going through a lot in college, dealing with my basketball injury and really feeling isolated and feeling externally oriented, feeling like I needed the coach's validation or I needed some sort of external force to come in and help me heal. And once I found that all wasn't happening for me in the way that I wanted, I had no choice but to either fold into the situation and completely suffer, give way to all of that, negative thinking, give way to all the problems that I was facing, or take a bit of power back and orient myself inward, start thinking about how I want to feel and what I'm feeling, taking stock of what's going on and how to potentially extract some lessons from some of these situations. And while it's not necessarily the easiest thing to do, it's the most rewarding for sure, because we always look for so much outside of us. To know that you're going to have your own back, to know that you're going to show up for yourself, and to know you have everything within you to achieve what you want, to get to where you want to get, to feel how you want to feel, to just know that it's all in you already. And it's just a matter of you dedicating your intention and your energy to that. And it's only a matter of time before it arrives. Like, that's really comforting, but it's also really empowering. So all that to say is that wellness in itself, whether it's food related, whether it's fitness related, whether it's mental and emotionally related, it's all an act of rebellion in a sense of just like taking power back and bring yourself to a self-sustaining state that you can handle whatever comes your way. And like I said, even though not everything's going to be easy, you'll have the framework within yourself to know how to navigate certain situations a bit better each time as you get more reps. Which sort of leads me into my next point, in that like wellness itself is a marathon. Like, you can't heal yourself, you can't undo trauma, you can't overhaul your entire diet, you can't flip your life upside down in an instant. It's going to take time, it's going to take consistency, it's going to take you showing up for yourself on days that you don't want to. And I know this all sounds a bit cliche, we've heard this all before. It's cliche for a reason, is because it holds a lot of truth. And those are some of the core truths of the situation. And there's no really getting around that. Like, you're going to have to take time. You're going to have to be a little bit uncomfortable. You're going to have to keep showing up for yourself. You're going to have to stay consistent. That's where the magic lies, in the act of continuing to choose yourself, continuing to choose what you envision for yourself over whatever it is that's bothering you, or whatever it is that you think is most convenient, or what might serve you most when you're looking for something different. And a big key with this, I also think, is that like, I get asked a lot about what other people should do with their food, with their wellness, with their routines and all these things. And while yes, it's definitely important to tap in with people who are more experienced than you and might know a few things and could offer assistance and guidance, there's nobody that's going to be able to tell you what is going to work best for you. I've had a lot of people give me a lot of input over the years, and not all of it has worked. I've had to find my own way. Some of it has worked. I've adopted it as I've seen fit, but nothing's going to beat your own lived experience. So definitely tap in with people who know more than you. Get a basic framework for how you at least want to start at the beginning. Start imitating people. And then from there, you start to carve out your own sort of identity within it, your own sort of practice, your own sort of rhythm. And that's where the real work begins, because then you become your own test subject, if you will, and you're becoming your own expert. You're testing things on yourself, putting in those 10,000 hours, and that's the only way you're going to know what's really working and what's not. And I just think that's so key, man, because the way everything's packaged and sold to us today, everything's finite, everything is curated, and everything's result oriented, meaning that like, oh, if you do this for 30 days, you can change your whole life, or like 75 hard, or like you just gotta lock in, or these things that we see online, we see out in pop culture of people just saying and doing things, and they're supposed to equal this like hard result. While yes, of course, some of those things can definitely be useful as far as getting somebody started, having like a packaged idea for somebody to wrap their head around to at least just take the first step into their journey or introduce them, I think is great for that. But that's all we see. It can make people feel like they have to just keep up with whatever the latest thing is. Then they're going to feel like they want to jump on the next trend whenever that comes up. All making it seem like, oh, I started this, I'm making progress, but now there's this new thing that I'm doing that is the only way that I feel like I can get my life together. And I just think that could be so overwhelming when you're just a normal person and you're going about your life. You have your own priorities, and yes, wellness may be up there and that's a part of it, but it's not to the point where you want it to dominate every aspect of your life or make it feel like a chore or make it feel like it's not sustainable or that you're not able to integrate things. It has to be a balanced approach. So that's why I encourage is really just taking the pressure off. You do need some discipline. You do got to show up for yourself. You do need some consistency. But at the same time, you're on this journey for yourself. You're taking care of yourself. You're showing yourself some love. And that takes time. That's a gentle process. It's coming from within and you're doing things for yourself. It's going to make it that much easier to stick with it when things get more difficult. And it's like I said before, when I started on my journey, I was externally oriented, thinking about how others and outside forces would impact me. Instead of giving all that energy, giving that love to myself and showing up for yourself, taking care of yourself, prioritizing how you want to feel and what you want to experience is probably the biggest act of self-care, self-love that you could ever give to yourself. It's important that we prioritize feeling good in a system, like I said, that doesn't necessarily always gear itself towards that. Everything is one extreme or the other. There's not a lot of room for nuance. And if you leave it up to all those outside sources, who knows what you might be feeling on a day-to-day basis. The point is that you're leaving it up to somebody else when no one should know that process better than yourself. And I mean, with all this talk about going inward and discovering more and showing up for yourself, you establish a deeper connection with yourself. You build a better relationship with yourself, with your food, with your fitness, with your relationships, with your work, with all these other things that encompass the holistic wellness perspective. And that was something for me that when I started to take this lifestyle a bit more serious and more consistent, it was one of those things that once you see, you can't unsee. Once you start to feel how a certain food product makes your body feel after you eat it, whether that's good or bad, once you feel how drained you are after eating some fast food or how light and clean you feel after eating a home cooked meal, then like it's hard to go back to that naivete of not knowing like, oh, I don't know why I feel good after eating, or I don't know why I don't feel good. Once you see, you can't unsee. And that's ultimately a good thing because now you have the awareness around what you actually want to start experiencing and how you want to contribute to that experience moving forward. The hard part about it is that if you're still rooted in your old systems and your old habits, and once you see things like this, but you want to continue the way you've been going, it makes it that much harder, and it might even impact your system that much more, knowing that you know what the other side is actually like, yet you're still choosing something that doesn't serve you on the highest level. You know, it's just so crazy too, because I started to eat better. And then I started to think about how powerful food is and how it impacts our lives, how it impacts our energy, how it impacts our quality of life. Then I started thinking about, oh, well, all this stuff just grows in nature. So then you build a connection with nature and you have like a deeper reverence for nature and what it can provide for us. And that's a super humbling perspective to have because, you know, as much as we know and as much as we do as humans, like there's still so much in nature that we don't understand or we can't explain why things are the way that they are, yet they're just here. And if we tap in, it could be super beneficial for us. So as far as experiencing something new and not being able to unsee it, it's like I can't undo that connection in my head now. And if anything, it makes me want to keep going because it makes me feel like I'm more connected. It makes me feel like I'm living in rhythm and in symbiosis with the outside world, co-creating from the inner world to the outer world and showing up for myself, taking care of myself, eating better, moving more. All these things are the vehicle that help me establish that connection even deeper. So, I mean, it's really, you just got to tap in, you know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy. Like that was sort of how even the name for this channel and all my other platforms came about. I'd been on this journey for about a year, like a year and a half before I even started posting online. But when I had to think about a name and what I actually wanted to call it, I sat down with my dad, we had a discussion about it, and I just kept coming back to the same phrase of like, oh, if people just tap in, they would know that they could feel this way or that things could be this way or whatever. And I just kept saying that tap in, tap in, tap in. So he's like, why don't you call it Tapped In Wellness? So I think that like fully embodies just the whole philosophy that I work with here on this channel, as well as all my other platforms, in that, yeah, you may see some food. Yeah, you may see some like cool videos or whatever, but it's really just about providing a perspective and an opportunity for everybody out there to tap into what they know they have inside already. Maybe what they don't know they have inside already, because we all have so much innate power, so much innate creativity, both within us and within nature. And it's like, if we just connect to that, it could go a long way. And this doesn't look the same for everybody. It's not like, oh, if everybody's vegan, then everything will be right in the world. It's like, no, like, it's just about finding what works best for you, finding your balance, because people thrive doing many different things all over the world. So how could we ever say that there's one way to do it? But it's just crazy how life works, because if you had told me a few years back that I would even be here, or that I would even be on this mission now, that I probably wouldn't have believed you, just because like I had no idea. And life is crazy in that way, because we just have no idea what's really all working behind the scenes. So that's why we just got to keep going. That's just a big part of the Tapped In Wellness philosophy. I mean, food was the entry point for me. And that's what got me started, and that's what got me energized about it, got me passionate about it. But then underlying, there were so many themes that were sort of driving the motivation to want to do more and to want to be more and to ultimately share here with you. So no matter where you are on your journey, whether you're just starting out and wanting to explore a bit more about what this all might look like for you, whether you're a seasoned vet and have been in this for some years and maybe looking for new inspiration or whatever the case, these are some of these core themes throughout my experience that I've noticed and could hopefully offer some inspiration for you moving forward on yours. But hey, I don't know. I'm just a guy on the internet, so take what you will. That's just a bit about how I've come to this place. But that's enough yapping for me. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. And if you made it this far, why don't you just go ahead and subscribe? You know what I'm saying? We got a lot more coming. Leave a like on the video, leave a comment, and tap in with the tribe, and hit the bell too, so you get notified every time that I post. Check out my other socials and the link to my book all down in the description. I appreciate you all watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.